Hey there, friends, and welcome to the adventure that is dimensional analysis. And I like to go over this because you'll see it in science next year, and this way your brains are already going to be ready for it. I just want you to give it a try. This will be a completion grade, so don't stress about it, okay? So dimensional analysis is a way that we use to convert between different units. For example, if we have miles and we want kilometers or gallons and liters, it's a way to switch back and forth, but to be able to do it lots of times and to make it organized. It's frequently called the picket fence method because it kind of looks like a fence when we are done with it. It's a C. You're welcome. Spelling. Okay, so what this looks like is, let's say we want to convert 10 yards per minute into meters per hour. So I'm going to write this down. We have 10 yards per minute. So we can think about something that's running that fast, maybe a cheetah, I don't know. 10 yards per minute, and we want to convert it to meters or miles per hour. Okay, so here's what you do. We're going to take this first, 10 yards per minute, and we're going to write it as a vertical fraction. So, and make sure you write down the units because that's the key to this whole situation. So we're going to have 10 yards over per minute means per 1 minute. So I'm going to put 1 minute. Okay, that's our first section of our fence. Okay, I'm going to extend this line out for a while. There's our first picket. So now you get to choose if you want to change your minutes first or your yards first, because we have to change yards to miles and we have to change minutes to hours. Let's do minutes to hours first, just because that only is going to take one step. Now, the key to this is, remember with our cross simplifying, you want to have one on top and one on bottom to be able to cross them out. We want to do the same thing with our units. Okay, so we're going to think of how many minutes are in an hour, and so hopefully you guys know that there's 60 minutes in an hour. Then you have to decide where to put the 60 minutes and where to put the hours. Okay, you want the units to be able to cross out. So we've got minutes down here, so we're going to do 60 minutes up here to 1 hour. Okay, then our minutes will cross out. Sweet, and we're left with hours, which is what we want. Okay, next we're going to do yards to miles. Okay, and to help with that, we're going to use the conversion. There's actually 5,280 feet in a mile. And if we actually, we could convert that to how many yards are in a mile, but let's convert yards to feet. And then we'll do feet to miles, since that's the information we have, okay? So in 1 yard, and we've got yards on top, so I'm going to put yards on the bottom. 1 yard, there's 3 feet. You guys feel okay with that? Hope so. Okay, and so now my yards cancel out. And now I need to change feet to miles using this ratio. So I'm going to put 5,280 feet. Oh, and I put that down here so it'll cross out with the feet there, and 1 mile up there. Woo! That took 4 conversions, right? But we got there. So now we're going to treat each one of these like fractions that are being multiplied together. So on top, we're going to have 10 times 60, which is 600, times 3, and I'm just going to make sure I don't mess that up mental math-wise, because it's been a long day. So that's 1,800 on top, and on bottom, 1 times 1 times 1 times 5,280. So 5,280, and then we reduce that down Or let's just do that division so we get a nice decimal. So we get the 18,000 divided by 5,280, and we get there going 0.34 miles per hour. So that's probably not a cheetah. That's probably more like, I don't know. I can walk that fast. It's hard. It's actually hard to walk that slow, really. All right. So that's kind of the basic idea. Let's try it again. We're going to turn milliliters into cups. We're just going to change one. This, we changed 2 units. We changed the top unit and the bottom unit. You can just change 1 unit. So if we start with milliliters and we want to change it to cups, we've got 828.5 milliliters, and we want to turn that into cups. And the conversion unit we need for that is 1 cup equals 236.59 milliliters. So we're going to start our picket fence. We're going to put the number we start with here. So 828.5 milliliters. And for now, we can just put this over 1 because it's like a whole number. We don't have anything to convert it, or we don't have anything to write yet, so we'll just put a 1 there. Okay, so we have milliliters on top. So of these 2 numbers, we're going to put milliliters in the bottom so that it cancels out. 236.59 milliliters to 1 cup. You just use that unit rate and we put it in here. And that's all we need because milliliters and milliliters cancel out and we're left with cups. So really we just have to do 8 to 8.5 divided by 236.59. And then we just put that in the calculator and it turns out to be 3.5 cups. Okay, so single units are a lot easier to convert than the multiple units, but the worksheet that you guys are doing has multiple units. So pull this out a little bit. On the worksheet you guys are going to do today, I'll do a couple of them to help you, okay? It looks like this. So we've got some story problems here, and then for funsies, if you want to, you can write your answers to each of the problems here, find out which answer goes with which color, and so you have to find out the number here, put the answer, find out the color, and then you can do a color by number. You don't have to do the coloring if you don't want to. It's just for fun. Okay, over here, so the first question says, a bottlenose dolphin can swim 2.68 meters per second. Okay, find the dolphin's speed in miles per hour. So we've got to change meters per second to miles per hour. So you start with the number that you have, 2.68 meters. And write that over per second means per 1 second. Okay, starting our picket fence there. So let's do the time first because the times are easier. I hope you know what your time conversions are. We need to go all the way from seconds to hours. So there's 60 seconds in a minute. And I need to put the seconds up top so that they'll cancel out. So 60 seconds in 1 minute. And the seconds will cancel out. And then I need to change minutes to hours. So 60 minutes in 1 hour. And we're good on our time. The minutes cancel out. And we have the time measurement that we want. Now we need to do the same thing, changing meters to miles. I'm actually going to do meters to feet because I have that conversion rate. And then we'll do feet to miles. So my feet to meters, I'm going to change meters to feet. And I will write down these conversions for you so you have a nice list of them. But 1 foot equals 0.30 meters. So this is our unit rate we're going to use. We have meters on top, so I'm going to write the meters on bottom. 0.3 meters to 1 foot. The meters cancel out. And then I'm going to use that 5,280 feet equal a mile. And I'm going to use that unit here. Again, I have feet on the top, so I'm going to put those feet on the bottom. 5,280 feet to 1 mile. Okay, multiply across, and you absolutely can use calculator for this. So we're going to do 2.68 times 60 times 60, and that should be it for the top. Got a little excited and put 2 times on there, and the calculator didn't like that. So 9,648 on top, and on bottom 1 times 1 times 1 times 0.3 times 5,280. So on the bottom we got 1,584. Then we're actually just going to do that division. So 9,648 divided by 1,584, and we get 6.09 miles per hour. Okay? Go Dolphins. Oh, woohoo! So these have a lot of conversions, but if you take it one step at a time, I think you'll be okay. So let's try number 2, and then I'm going to let you guys finish the rest. Oh, 6.09. Should we see what color that is? Oh, and see, now I may have made a mistake because I don't see that answer here. So I'll have to check my calculations, and I'll come back to you on that. Okay. All right, then. Well, let's try another one and see if we can find the answer to that one on there. It's fine. Everything's fine. So we're starting out with 15 gallons in 1 minute, and we want to convert that to liters per second. So let's change our time first, because that sounds easy. So 1 minute we're going to seconds. So we have 60 seconds in 1 minute. Notice this time I put the 60 on the bottom because I needed the minutes to cancel out. So minutes and minutes cancel out, and we're to seconds, which is what we want. Now we need to do gallons to liters. The conversion for gallons to liters is 1 gallon equals 3.79 liters. And now I'm wondering if the conversion units that are in the book aren't the ones that they were using here, so the decimal places might be off. Good times. All right, so in 1 gallon, I have gallons on top, so I'm going to put the 1 gallon on the bottom, and then on top we'll put the 3.79 liters. And then that should be done, because that gets us, the gallons cancel out, and we have liters per second. So we're going to do 15 times 3.79, and that gives us 56.85 over 1 times 60 times 1 is 60. And so we divide that by 60, and we get 0.95 if we round up, and this is liters per second. So let's see if there's a 0.95 over here. I'm hoping there's one that's, oh, there's, whew. Well, I did that one right. At least I got one right. Okay, so that means anywhere there's a 2, you can color gray. All right, I will put in on the Canvas page where I made my mistake, or if you know, you can let me know. If you beat me to the answer where the problem happened on that one. Okay, so give it a try. That's all I'm asking for. Even if you get them all wrong, it's fine. I will still give you the points. I just want you to try this so that when you see it next year, it's not a complete and total surprise. All right, thanks. Bye.